If you've been enjoying Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast, we would love your support. Just head over to thronefantasyfootball.com/listen and hit the support button. It's a simple way to help keep the show going, and you'll also get some cool extras like our weekly fantasy football newsletter and subscriber-only content. Think of it as joining the inner circle of Throne Nation. So if you're down to ride with us all season long, go to thronefantasyfootball.com/listen and click the support button at the top of the page.
Dominate your league. Defend your crown with Hosal King.
Because I love me some me.
Gabe Hernandez.
Here's a guy that is starting to figure the game out.
And Ray Fletcher.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
They bring the heat, rankings, trades, and game-winning calls to rule your league. This is Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast.
Yo, what up? Back for another episode of Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast Morning Edition. Good morning. I can say it, and it's actually morning now.
This feels good, actually. I like this.
It does.
I kind of like it. I think you should do it always in the morning.
We are here.
Energy's high.
Yes.
We're ready to
Wide
go.
awake.
On a Thursday at 8:30 a.m.
Had your coffee.
It feels great. I haven't had coffee yet.
You want a Gabe take right off the bat?
Abe, yes.
I don't drink coffee. I don't do coffee at all.
That's okay. I was the same.
Nice.
I was the same. I had to change it. I can no longer do energy drinks, so I had to go to coffee.
Never
I
done
don't
energy.
understand the people like you.
You've never even done energy
I
drinks?
never did Monster or Rocks, whatever this thing's called. Nope, never.
I'm with Gabe on the energy drinks. Never been a thing
Yeah.
at all. But I do love my coffee. Love having my coffee. I've had 2 cups this morning already.
People always ask me, how do you get up? I drink some water.
Wow,
Well, how
that's
do you get
impressive.
up? So you decide. You put 2 feet down
Yeah.
and you go.
Correct.
Yeah, there you go.
There
Wow.
you go. Hey, life take.
So you don't even need, like, energy. I mean,
I have energy.
you produce it yourself.
My man
That's
Gabe
great.
is born with energy. This man is high on life.
that
right here.
is
I'm a
He's
ball
ready
of
to go.
energy.
Wow, man. That is great. He is living up to his nickname, his off-air nickname, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
No doubt.
Yeah. BPG in the house.
No
Oh,
doubt.
my lordy.
BPG in the house.
See, if you could, okay, I'll say this. If you comment on YouTube what BPG can possibly stand for, I'll buy you a $20 gift card to whatever you want.
$20
Ooh,
gift card?
I
Whatever
will
want.
buy a $20 gift card to whoever can guess what BPG stands for in the
Can I-
comments.
Can I go and comment?
No. You know what it means.
All right.
What does BPG stand for
Yep.
a $20 gift card?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yep.
I like
That
it.
is awesome.
I like it.
We are 6 weeks.
Ooh, can we say good morning to Mike 4?
Yes.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Mike.
What up, Mike
Ford.
4?
I'm with you guys on the no coffee. So I was with Aaron. I like
Yeah,
coffee.
me and
I
David,
liked
we
it
used to roll coffee
way
hard,
too
man.
much, way too much. And then this thing called age hits you,
Mm.
and it just doesn't sit well with coffee. So I'm more of a tea drinker now.
Okay.
I don't even do tea.
Hot tea, iced tea,
Love me some hot tea, dude.
green
Anything
tea,
hot.
black
You know
tea.
what
So
I
it's
just
hot
realized?
green tea. Hot green tea.
BPG over here, he's raw dogging his mornings, dude.
Wow.
Straight
Just
up,
raw
dude.
dogging him.
Wow. I thought I was the one.
Yeah, just raw dogging his
Jeez.
mornings, dude. All right, BPG, we see you.
Hey, man. Got to do what I got to do.
We
Love
are 6 weeks into the NFL season, going into week 7. I'm just returning from Disneyland. You can see some Woody, Jesse, Forky. I got the Claw t-shirt. I had a really, really solid last couple days, and we're getting ready for week 7. How are we feeling?
I'm good. I have 3 5-1 teams and 3 3-3 teams. So
Okay.
we're in the battle. We're in the mix, and everything's going good.
I'm feeling good. I mean, I got, I'm not across the board as good as Gabe's teams. I have 2 3-3, 1 6-0, 1 0-6.
0-6.
My 0-6 team, though, we're going to start getting back on track here. I still believe in it, honestly.
Guys are
It's
coming back.
Well, my start of the week's coming back on that team,
There you go.
and I need CD to play.
Mm-hmm.
And so my first 2 picks in that league were CD and Brian Thomas Jr.
Mm.
So you can understand
Where we're at.
how I'm doing.
Yep.
Brian Thomas signs a life. CD comes back, and I get to put Rasheed in.
Here we go.
That's a solid trio.
I'm gonna be 1-6.
Yeah, that's a solid trio. Hey, it's not over till it's over,
That's
right?
what I'm saying. I
Well
believe
done.
in that team
Well done. So you have a 6-0 team. You're the only
I
6-0.
in the CBS
You
league.
no longer have 6-0.
No, I lost this past week. I didn't have my first 3 round
Every week
picks.
I get to. I've been texting Gabe. Hey Gabe,
Mhm.
welcome to the 4-0 club, 5-0 club. I didn't get to send it this week.
No.
No.
But we had a
took an
group
L.
chat or group call, and I said, "Congratulations, Aaron,
Yes,
to
I
get to
appreciate
6-0."
I appreciate
Good job on Believe, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Team stacked.
Very stacked.
Very good.
Every time I look at him, I'm like, this guy has to make no moves.
Mm.
With that, we will get. Should I share my records?
If you want, yeah,
I have
yeah.
2 5-1 teams. A 2-4 team in CBS, and then a 1-5 in a dynasty league that I have to just blow my squad up. I've been in it for a while, and I just had to blow it up. And then I have a 3-3 in Yahoo.
Go to the Chris approach. Start trading for picks.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if my team was that bad, I would too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually just got my first win against the first place team in that dynasty league after I made a trade with Chris because I'm in that league with him. I got Ladd and Derrick Henry. Ladd finally showed up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good timing.
Yep. All right, we're going to head into our news and notes.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Cannonball. I was a little disappointed you didn't do it last week. I was like, no, come on, Aaron.
I couldn't take it from you.
I
That's
appreciate
yours.
it.
That's
Okay.
yours.
That's fair. That's fair.
I was staring at him like, is
I
he
saw
going to
it.
do it? Is he going to do it?
No, it's a BPG staple, man. We got to leave it at his.
BPG staple.
Some things aren't meant to be redone.
The biggest news from the past weekend, and it's one that is hurting the fantasy community across, especially the guy to my right. My right, yes. Your left. Puka Nacua likely out this week with a sprained ankle. It looked pretty scary on game day. We were watching football together, and it looked like, oh, no, he's down. He's grabbing at it. It's not awesome. He did try to go back in, but he's limited or out of practice and probably out this week because they have a bye next week.
Yeah, I definitely had my head in my hands, petrified, scared, because I have Puka in 4 of my 6 leagues. I'm definitely all in on Puka this year. It's the good news that he's going to miss one game, and then he did go back into the game, so I was relieved. I said, okay, it's not going to be serious, but he's going to miss one game, and then he has his bye. So it's good timing to have it. It sounds like it's just kind of like a foot sprain. I have a feeling he's going to try to play through it, but I do think they sit him out just a precautionary because they have the bye next week.
They have to.
I think it was up to him. He'd try to play.
Oh, for sure.
But with the bye, it would make a lot more sense especially for you as an owner to have him through the stretch run. Let him take a couple of games.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like the CD Lamb, right, where he tried to come back in and then got hurt. Hopefully he's not out as long as CD. I mean, we're sitting over here, CD Lamb managers, waiting for him to come back. Please.
Mike Force feeling it too.
Yeah, Mike Ford as well. Yeah, the CD hurts. CD hurts. But
He'll
listen,
be back this week.
Puka likely out this week and the bye week, but where Puka is, do we have him here?
Well, we might. So last episode, aforementioned, we had a little gift for Gabe,
Oh, boy.
and we figured we'd let you have Puka.
Oh, my Lord. This is dope. Look at Let's get the camera right there. Puka.
Aw.
Look at that. Thank you, guys. That's awesome.
I was joking.
He's definitely my favorite right now.
I was joking with Gabe because he's just loving on Puka so much. I was like, dude, I'm going to get you a Puka teddy bear so you can sleep with him at night. So I did a little search looking for a Puka teddy bear. There weren't great options.
Yeah.
So I landed on something that we could keep and have sit him up here for the pod. And he'll be our little mascot going forward.
No, this is awesome. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. You know why I love Puka too? Because I'm born and raised in Vegas. This is where we're located at. Puka actually played NYS here in Vegas. He lived here for a time. He's not born here. He didn't grow up here necessarily. He was here for a little bit. So Puka definitely has a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
So
Look at little
appreciate
Puka.
you guys.
Look at little Puka.
Hey, he may have some time this week. Maybe we get him on the pod.
Oh man, I definitely will reach out during his bye week and see if we can get something going.
Yeah, please. Hey, I just got your Funko Pop in. Was hoping you could hop on the pod.
Hey man, anything to help, right?
Maybe sign it for us.
That'd be cool.
He probably knows what BBG means.
All publicity is good publicity, right?
Correct.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
Moving on to more news and notes. This one kind of predictable. Brian Callahan out as the Titans head coach, and his dad, Bill Callahan, also exited the building with his son, which I think he kind of obligated to, I would say. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. You're right.
I went to this game.
Okay.
So I actually went to the Raiders-Tennessee game.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, man, Tennessee they had no life. And even Cam Ward out there didn't even look like he believed he was going to get completions.
Wow.
And they made the Raiders look good.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders are not good.
Right. It's a talent. I do believe there's talent on this offense. Like,
think so, too.
I don't think this is just like a Jets situation where there's just no talent. Like, Cam Ward is a
Whoa.
bright spot. Okay, you know what I mean. But
Jets got talent.
some talent, but you know what I mean. It just looks completely inept. Whereas Cam Ward, I do believe has a bright future. Calvin Ridley's a solid receiver. I do like A.O. Manor in the future. Conquo, Tony Pollard, Tyjae Spears looks solid. There's talent.
Don't sleep on one Gunnar Helm as well.
Gunnar Helm, yeah. There's definitely
Texas.
talent on this team to be a viable offense. So I'm curious to see how this goes the rest of the season.
And their defense is actually pretty solid.
Do you know who the interim is now?
Yeah, Mike McCoy.
Former Chargers head coach.
Former
Mike
Broncos
McCoy.
offensive coordinator.
That too.
With Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
one
I'm,
time.
I'm curious. I don't love Mike McCoy, obviously an interim, but new blood as the head coach. Hopefully a new rhythm. Hopefully they get going.
I mean, honestly, he's probably a good person to help Cam Ward out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you guys remember early in the season, Brian Allen ended up giving up play calling because they were doing so bad. It really hasn't improved much. So hopefully fresh voice is always good for a team.
Dumb question inbound. Is that Mike McCoy? It is not, right? That is not the talking head Mike McCoy.
That is Mike McCoy.
That he was also on like NFL Network and stuff for a while.
Oh no.
Okay, cool.
I
Yeah,
thought you
okay.
meant the picture that you pulled up.
Yeah.
He's been a coach in the NFL for
Yeah, okay, good.
a long time.
Good.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You don't remember that McCoy? I think he got a shot at coaching and then like was terrible.
Are you talking about the guy that used to do the NFL draft specials?
Yeah.
That's not Mike McCoy. That's not McCoy.
No, that's
It's
Mayock.
Mayock.
And he
Oh,
got
no,
a
I'm not
GM
talking
spot
Mayock.
with the Raiders.
I'm not talking Mayock.
Okay.
Then I don't
You know
who
what? I am talking Mayock. Sorry.
Yeah, you must
Yeah,
be.
I was
Yeah, he
like,
got the GM with the Raiders and was terrible and
Yes.
got ousted, and
Yeah.
we've never seen him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully he's doing good, though.
Yeah.
I liked him.
I always
on
liked Mike Mayock.
I liked him on the NFL Network.
I
He was
liked him.
good at breaking down
I liked
film
him.
and players.
Yeah, I liked him as talking heads.
Mm-hmm.
I did not. He did not cut it well as a GM. Anyways, sorry. Moving forward. Mike Evans returns to practice. Emeka Egbuka did not practice. Who was the one that said his last name terribly wrong?
Gronk. It's not Igbuki, like
yeah,
you said.
Emeka Egbigbu.
Yeah, or whatever he said. Yeah, I was like, geez.
I mean, we've
Um,
never thought Gronk was the smartest guy on TV,
correct.
so we'll give him a pass.
Correct. Mike Evans returning to practice. Kind of big news. Do you think he's going to play?
I think
How
he's
many
gonna play.
snaps? Is he limited?
Absolutely. I think he probably limited a little bit because it's a hammy. Probably don't want to go full 100%, right off the bat. But he'll be back and he'll play.
I think he's going to play. They've got other guys to stretch the field. He can go in there and be a possession receiver and catch big third downs. And I think he's going to play.
I'll be honest. I think from top to bottom, that might be the best wide receiver room in the league. They have 6 guys that can be viable guys on the field.
It also might be the most unhealthy.
Well, that too. That too.
But I challenge that the 49ers are somehow coming up with
Yeah.
receivers every week too. So,
Yeah.
but those would be my 2 as far as being tested for depth for sure.
Oh, for sure.
It's kind of wild. Like you see teams like that, and then you have other teams like I don't want to say like maybe like the Arizona Cardinals, where if you lose Marv, who we're going to talk about here, you don't feel great with Zay Jones, Greg Dortch, Michael Wilson. Like those guys are okay, but they're not as good as these Buccaneers guys.
I don't know, man. I may feel better if Baker Mayfield was throwing him the ball
True.
instead of Kyler Murray.
True.
That
Or
too.
Jacoby Brissett. Is Godwin playing? I'm looking that up really quick.
No.
I don't think so.
They
Okay.
pretty much ruled out Bucky and Godwin this week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
He did it early. Coach it early.
Yeah.
Shout out, coach.
Yeah,
Yep.
Godwin and Igbuka in the receiver room should both miss.
Okay. Marvin. That's why someone's flex of the week teaser is going to be brought up.
Wild take.
Marvin Harrison limited in practice, but still in concussion protocol. I'm leaning he misses. That was he looked very concussed, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, he limited practice. He just got to pass a concussion protocol. We'll see. He might just because you practice doesn't mean you're going to play.
This
So
stuff is all up to the league at this point.
Mhm.
He's got really no say as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
You'll find out Saturday though. That's the good news for that.
Oh, because it's a Monday night game for the Cardinals?
No. It's Sunday,
Sunday.
but if you don't pass, you have to pass it on Saturday,
Oh, I got you.
and then if
Yeah.
you don't pass concussion protocol, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. George Kittle limited in practice on Wednesday, likely coming back. That hurts Jake Tonjes, but it helps
My
everything
dynasty
else.
team.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say we had a good run with Tonjes.
Helps my dynasty team. Come on, George.
Helps.
Come on back.
Helps everything else. Brock Purdy also returned to practice on Wednesday. A lot of people saying Mac Jones over Brock. I don't think I'm one of them, but
Welcome to the Cowboys world when they said Cooper Rush over Dak Prescott.
Look at Cooper Rush now, dude. Look at Cooper Rush now.
boy.
Money,
Crazy.
money talks. Brock plays if he's healthy.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome back, Brock. Welcome back, George. Hopefully sad to see Fred Warner go as a Niner fan.
And that was brutal.
Yeah, really
Tough,
kind of gross to look at too.
I went home and watched it with my brother, and I had told him because he went to the kitchen real quick and he came back. I was like, "Bro, I got bad news for you. He missed it." And he goes, "No way." I go, "Yep."
Yeah.
He actually told me, he's like, "I'm so sick of these Niners memes and the injuries." I was like,
Yeah.
"They're kind of funny."
There's a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, there's a million of them.
It's unfortunate.
Hey, you guys know who's been healthy all year though?
Don't say it.
He's
Do not wear. Don't say his name.
Say it.
I don't want to say because I have him in one league too, so I don't want to say it.
I'm just saying.
But yeah.
He's my favorite first round pick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's looked
Great
great.
call.
He's looked great. Hasn't hit 100 rushing yards yet.
But does he need to?
He's still a top running back.
45 opportunities everywhere else. All right, we're going to take a break, and on the other side, we'll get into our starts and flex of the week.
If you've been enjoying Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast, we would love your support. Just head over to thronefantasyfootball.com/listen and hit the support button. It's a simple way to help keep the show going, and you'll also get some cool extras like our weekly fantasy football newsletter and subscriber-only content. Think of it as joining the inner circle of Throne Nation. So if you're down to ride with us all season long, go to thronefantasyfootball.com/listen and click the support button at the top of the page.
All right, so without further ado, we will go into our starts and flex of the week.
We will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts.
And then?
And then you will run a mile. Perfection.
Start of the
Let's go
week.
to work.
Gabe.
So this is a guy I was pretty high on in the preseason, and I kind of hate that I backed off of him a little bit, but I'm back. I'm fully in on Caleb Williams here. He actually is having a very good season. He had a bye week, so he's quarterback 12 in total points. But if you look at his average, he's actually quarterback 7. He's averaging 20.8 points. Now, that's with 4-point passing touchdowns if you have that kind of league. We have a league where it's 6 points, so he's probably ranked a little higher in those. But 20.8 points, that's pretty good. That's good for 7th. He's tied with Drake May. Only Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes average more points than him. He's playing the Saints. It's a very good matchup. They've given up the 3rd most fantasy points to quarterbacks, and they've given up at least 2 passing touchdowns each game. DJ Moore is out, but I actually like that for Caleb Williams because that makes Luther Burden play, and he's a deep threat. So I do think you don't have to look for DJ Moore. He's going to force it a little more to Roman Dunze. You're going to see some Colston Loveland. He probably hits a deep shot to Luther Burden. I do like Caleb Williams this week and the rest of the way going forward.
I like Caleb from a fantasy perspective. Don't love him as much as like a winning starting quarterback in the NFL, but from fantasy, the guy scores points. Yeah. He's also got Ben Johnson now, which is great. I'm looking forward to when Rome and Luther are 1 and 2, like moving forward, because the talent level of those two is great.
You get a fun preview this weekend.
And really any quarterback playing the Saints, I think you could feel pretty good about firing them up.
1,000%.
Because they're just, let's be honest, they're a struggling football team. So I like it.
Well said, struggling football team, politely.
Yeah. I mean, they're not a terrible football team.
No.
But they're a struggling football team.
I think Caleb as a fantasy quarterback is actually turning a lot of heads. You were on him last year and even before the season starts, but you pulled back a little bit. So welcome back to the Caleb Williams bandwagon, I guess.
Yeah, I think he definitely finishes top 10 in the rest of the year.
I think, like you said, he had a bye, so he's number 12 now. But he was certainly top 10 before the bye.
Yeah, and averaging at number 7. So, and Drake May was quarterback 2 last week playing the Saints. And I love Drake May. I think he's playing lights out. But Caleb, I think, is set up better for a fantasy game and have more points than Drake May.
I think they're also, just in general, going to be in a lot of like competitive or catch-up situations in games. They're not winning every game all the time. So you're looking at him going to be putting up numbers for sure.
Who's coming back for you?
Ooh, my start of the week.
Your start of the week.
All right, my start of the week. I've been waiting for him. Rashee Rice for the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 1 wide receiver. Finally get to watch him play. Man, feels like it's been a long time, right? Long time for Rasheed.
Love it.
So a few things for you. He has been serving a 6-game suspension. He's back. This will be his first week. He's been in the facility since week 4. So he's not coming back cold. He's been with the offense, learning, say he's in great shape. Obviously I'm not there, but that's what I'm hearing. I think he's going to be motivated to show. We've been watching him. Think about how long he's been waiting to play football. That's going to feel good for him. They play the Raiders, who's great for any receiver, unless you're the Titans last week somehow. Raiders give up the 8th most fantasy points to wide receivers.
Wow.
And we know that Andy Reid's going to want to use his new toy, in my opinion. Last year in 3 football games, this is Rashee Rice's numbers, 24 catches, 288 yards, and 2 touchdowns in 3 games.
Yeah, he was on a tear.
So welcome back, Rashee Rice. And in that league that I'm struggling, he's coming to give me my first win.
Yeah, last year in Yahoo, he was one of the guys that went down for me and why I struggled so much. He was killing it in the beginning. He was doing awesome. He's definitely the number 1 option in this Chiefs offense, and Patrick Mahomes in this offense looks great again. Patrick Mahomes as the number 1 quarterback in fantasy football. And when's the last time we were able to say that? It's probably been like 5 years. No, it feels like, I don't know. But Rashee Rice, number 1 option back, gets to work underneath. He's a great receiver. I love Rashee Rice, and I do love the take. My only hesitation is because last year he tore his ACL. I am curious to see how he comes back. It sounds like he's full go. He's been practicing since offseason, so he's good. But I just want to see how he reacts in the game. So I'm 90% sold. I just want to see that little bit.
Yeah, I just think I'd rather be slightly disappointed than leave him on my bench.
Oh, for sure.
And watch him go off.
Yeah. No. You got to start him. If you have him, you got to start him.
Just real quick, you guys have been kind of jumping off the Pat Mahomes bandwagon a little bit
I was gonna
throughout
say,
the show, and I know Ray has as well. And I told you many times, do not bet against Patrick Mahomes.
No, so I said when those receivers are fully healthy, I'm in on Patrick Mahomes. I've been
You haven't
a supporter.
jumped out as much,
right? I did jump back when Rashee Rice got
but
suspended.
these two over here have been like Patrick Mahomes is not a quarterback anymore in fantasy, and I'm like, whoa. And then the other week they're like Caleb or Mahomes, and I was like Mahomes, and he goes out and throws 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I have to fully admit, Patrick Mahomes is back. He's cooking, and that makes good news for Rashee Rice. And he's definitely making me eat my words. I mean, how many times do I have to learn to not bet against Patrick Mahomes? I mean, I lived by that rule for the last 3 years. Just don't bet against him. Man. And then I guess I forgot that rule this offseason for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And now he's
Patrick Mahomes.
He's Patrick Mahomes. Arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it. Moving on to my start of the week. Jordan Mason against the Eagles. Man, the Eagles are kind of a struggling football team right now, as we called the Saints earlier. Probably not that bad, but definitely kind of got routed against the Giants this past week. Was that Monday Night Football?
No, that was Thursday Night
Thursday Night Football. I knew it was an island game. Cam Scatterbo, 3 touchdowns against them. I just went back into their box score trying to see how many running backs have scored a touchdown against them. Almost every single matchup, a running back has scored a touchdown against them. Jordan Mason is a touchdown type of guy. Aaron Jones is going to miss this game. It's the last game of his 4 on the IR. Something interesting, if you get put on the IR, you have to miss 4 actual games, not 4 calendar weeks. So, yes, they had their bye. They're finally back from the international games. But that didn't count toward Aaron Jones's IR stint. So no Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason, all day, every day. I know J.J. McCarthy might play. Carson Wentz, I'm not sure who's going to be the quarterback, but I don't think that matters. I think Jordan Mason is closer to he had 16 carries for 116 and 2 touchdowns against the Bengals. I think he's closer to that than he is his last 2 performances, which was only 16 for 57 and 13 for 52. I could see him getting in the end zone twice.
Oh,
there we go. You did it with Ted Aroa last week. I'm going to do it with Jordan Mason.
Wow. Okay. I'm not mad at it. It is spicy. My concern is that Jalen Carter was out against the Giants, and Cam Scatterbo had a day. It looks like Jalen Carter's going to be back this week.
Was that an injury? Was he out for an injury? Okay.
He had a heel injury.
Was, yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like he's going to be back. So I'm a little hesitant on that, but the workload's going to be there. The Eagles are just it's interesting with them right now. They're kind of falling apart. And it's not even talent-wise. It's just, an inner locker room kind of thing. So I'm curious to see how they bounce back after that rough loss to the Giants. And I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, I'm a little not hesitant, but I definitely have Jordan Mason a little lower than you do probably.
It's risky.
It is risky for sure.
I'm somewhere in the middle. I think Jordan Mason has a good game. I do think the Eagles are most susceptible in the middle of the defense, oddly enough. They're quick, like they're fast. They guard the perimeter. Even when the Broncos played them, they actually, when they had success at the end of that game, they were running the ball just up the middle of the field. And so I think he'll have some success. I think the Eagles have to be motivated in a sense, but Jordan's going to get the workload. So I think that's what you're betting on, the workload. And I could see him scoring 1 touchdown. 2 seems like a lot in this game to me, but the Vikings, no matter who plays quarterback, they're going to lean on the running game to have success. So I do think you start him.
I just hope,
no doubt,
when Aaron Jones comes back, I do hope Jordan Mason's still the main guy.
So before he got hurt, Mason was getting more carries.
Right.
And Jones was handling the receiving workload, which honestly, Aaron Jones has been a better receiver out of the backfield for the last couple of years than he has a runner anyways. This should hopefully keep him fresher. I think they have, when they're both back and healthy, they have a great 1-2 punch in the running back room.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping Jordan Mason is the early down guy, and then Aaron Jones comes in on third down and pass plays.
I think that's what you'll see.
All right, fire up Jordan Mason, my start of the week. Now we're going to go into our flexes of the week. We got...
my flex of the week.
Looks like you, Aaron.
Playing tonight, so get him in there. One Jaylen Warren for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jalen's had a good year. He did miss the one game where if you didn't wake up at 6 o'clock or 9 Eastern, whatever it was, to take him out, he burned you. He definitely burned some people.
Yeah, that sucked.
But otherwise, I think this is a game where you play him. The Bengals are ranked 32nd to fantasy running backs in the NFL. You guys know how many teams are in the NFL?
32.
32.
There's
yeah.
32. So they're dead last for running back points that's giving up. So I love Jaylen Warren in this game. There is some other, people in this backfield. Kenneth Gainwell is going to get some run. I really don't think Caleb Johnson will be a part of this game. He was a part of the last one because they had a lead, and I think they wanted to get him some carries. In this game, I think the Bengals, I actually think is going to be competitive. I think the Bengals keep it close. A little upset. I actually think the Bengals may win this game.
Ooh, I'm not mad at it, though.
This is the AARP Bowl tonight. You got 2 40-year-old quarterbacks playing against each other. But I'm betting that the Steelers lean on Jaylen Warren in this game. I think he leads in carries. I think he gets enough receptions and a touchdown. And by the way, just since Al decided to go with 2 touchdowns, and I got it right last week.
Yes. Oh, yep.
Jaylen Warren has no rushing touchdowns this year.
Oh, that changes this
No rushing touchdowns this year.
Is he going to do it?
I think he gets 2 tonight.
Let's go. Wow.
Let's go.
I got to find my 2 touchdowns.
You got to play him. Jaylen Warren tonight.
Let's go.
Flex of the week.
I like it. I actually debated on this one. You called it first though, so I was like, okay. But Jaylen Warren had 11 carries, and then Caleb Johnson and Kenneth Gainwell had 6 each last week. So Jaylen Warren is still the main running back. He had 53% of snaps played. Kenneth Gainwell 34% of snaps played, and then Caleb Johnson 19% snaps played. I will say going forward, I do think Caleb Johnson does become more of this offense. I think he starts to cut into that. But for tonight, I do like what you're saying. I do like Jaylen Warren. He still is the main running back in that offense. So I do think he's a good play tonight.
I hope. I have him in a couple spots, so I put him in my lineup when I saw your flex of the week.
Got to play him.
Yeah, you have to. So here's what they believe is my spicy take. And I'm going with my flex of the week, Cameron Johnson, wide receiver of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, some of you are probably like, who?
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Listeners, if you don't know this guy, we don't either.
Listen, he had 4 targets last week. He had 4 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown, and filling in for a beat-up Tampa Bay wide receiver room. Mike Evans comes back this week, but I do believe he's limited. No Chris Godwin. Egbuka is going to sit, I believe. So I think Cameron Johnson is like the number 2 with Sterling Shepard, and Tez Johnson will get some work too. This is also mainly about attacking that Lions defense, which led up everything on Sunday night to the Chiefs. They are super beat up. This is another team that's just what was the word I was looking for? I was going to say I can't even speak this morning.
Dismantled?
Dismantled. We'll go with that. I was going to say, no, it wasn't that. But we'll go with dismantled. They are dismantled in the backfield, that defense.
Disintegrated?
Maybe.
Sorry.
I was going to say I think that was it. But no Terrion Arnold, no Brian Branch, no Kirby Johnson. Avonte Maddox is still out as well. They're down to like their third and fourth string corners. And so, like Cameron Johnson, yeah, he's probably a third or fourth string receiver on this team. Perfect. He's going against third or fourth string wide receiver or corners in Detroit. This is a beautiful matchup. I think he is a guy. Plus, we're missing Puka. We're missing Garrett Wilson. We're missing Emeka Ibuka. You're missing so many wide receivers. And then on bye, you got Zay Flowers on bye. You have I can't even remember who else is on bye right now, but you have so many wide receivers out this week due to injuries and byes. You can feel comfortable starting him, and I do think he gets you double digits.
I believe it's the Texans that are also on bye, or was that last week?
No, they play Monday night.
That was last week. Nico was on bye last week.
Why are we missing Brian Branch?
Suspended. You want to punch Juju in the face.
We could punch Juju in the
Which
face.
I'm sure most of the league wanted to do anyway.
Surprised he didn't get more than one game.
I am as well.
It was one game for me.
Quickly on the take. I like it because you're going for it.
Yes.
He's got to get work. So let's just call it what it is. Like he's going to get targets because they've got to throw it to somebody. My only concern is I don't think at this point Baker really cares who he throws it to. And I think this is very much like a matchup game, like you're saying. They may find a matchup or a guy or a corner that they just really want to go for or that they start to have success against. And if that's not the position. So I'm just worried that it could go to, Cade Otton could have 10 targets. Shepard could do more. You guys already know how I feel about Tez Johnson.
Yeah.
So called his touchdown last week, and Bo Nix's brother, by the way, go look that up. Little fun fact for you. So that's the only concern I have is just this spreading around of Baker's going to do whatever he has to do to throw the ball. But they had good rapport last week. So if you got to throw the dart out there, I think he's not a bad option.
I'm okay with going with either Cameron Johnson, Sterling Shepard, or Tez Johnson. If if you want to try to find one who might be better than the other, go for it. But Cameron Johnson was the one that scored a touchdown. Sterling Shepard to me is more the possession receiver, and Tez Johnson's more the big play guy. So
I think I was just going to say, if you're going to start one, go upside.
Yes.
Right? Like you can start Sterling Shepard if you want, 6 to 8 points the floor is his for sure. But if you want big play, one of the, the other two guys is definitely a better for options for you, I think.
Being the wide receiver too against that secondary with the MVP after 6 weeks throwing to you, I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Baker really is elevating everyone around him. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I will have to say I was wrong on Baker. I said a couple times at the beginning of the year that maybe last year was Baker's best season, and are they really going to repeat all of that? And he's come out this year and looked better.
Yeah, he actually has.
So kudos to him, man. I loved
amazing.
watching him in college. He's balling.
Yeah, he looks amazing.
My flex of the week. Oh my goodness, my flex of the week is Browns tight end rookie Harold Fannin Jr.
It was so scary you couldn't even get it out comfortably.
Correct.
I had a cough right there. No,
David Njoku is not going to play.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Didn't you flex of the week this guy 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Maybe. And
so
how did he do?
This is a repeat flex
How did
of the
he
week.
do?
Probably not great.
Yeah, probably not great.
I think he has a man crush on Fannin, but go ahead.
You do.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Dylan Gabriel threw the ball 54 times last week.
Oh, my gosh.
How many of those balls went over 10 yards in the air?
I don't think any did.
0. Who lives in the 0 to 9 yard range for that offense?
Apparently everyone.
Usually David Njoku and Harold Fannin. With no Njoku, I think Fannin's going to get every opportunity. He's not a super – this is a floor play, I would say, more than a high ceiling. Because are you going to catch it as a tight end at the 5 yard mark and break a 70-yarder? No, but you might get 11 yards 7 times, and maybe one of them finds the end zone. So you might be looking at 70 yards and a touchdown for the Browns, who face the Miami Dolphins, who defensively are not doing well at all.
That's putting it nicely.
And
they're terrible.
It's at home in Cleveland. I just like his opportunity this week. I think he's a solid flex of the week. I'm considering, like we mentioned, some receivers that are out. If you own, let's say you have Jake Ferguson for your tight end and Fannin's on your bench.
Shout out to Fergie. Ballin'.
I would play Fannin over some other flex options, depending who you're looking at, right? So I think he's a strong flex of the week based on the opportunity that he has this week.
I'm gonna get a Al Aaron argument started here. Fannin or Tez Johnson?
I would go Fannin.
So I think it depends on your team and what you're looking at with the rest of your lineup. If you need a guy that can hit for you, I'm playing Tez all day long. If I just want a safe 10 points out of that, and I know the rest of my guys are like my full lineup is there, then I think Fannin's a safer play.
I like that. I do like Fannin this week. I think that's a good play. It's a good call. Dolphins giving up 6 most points to tight ends. I think I told you this when we were watching the games on Sunday together. Dylan Gabriel to me is Chad Pennington. He doesn't have the arm. He doesn't have the arm strength. He can't get it downfield. But he's a lot smaller. I'll say that.
He's like half his height.
Yeah, definitely like a knockoff of Chad Pennington. Chad Pennington was definitely a better player. But that's my comparison with Dylan Gabriel. And you're right. He's going to work the underneath. He's going to work the middle. He just doesn't have the arm strength to get it outside for me in the NFL. So I do like it. I think it's a good take. I actually picked him up in one of my leagues and going to play him this week.
Actually, I picked him up in a league of mine. He's my 3rd tight end on that roster.
Who are your other 2?
I have Dallas Goedert and Evan Ingram.
Okay.
So they're all, none of them are, like Goddard's been playing out of his mind.
Yeah, play Goddard,
recently,
obviously.
And Ingram has been looking better, but I'm thinking like, hey, if one of them is on bye and I don't like the matchup, Fannin's a pretty safe play.
Right. No, Goddard for sure over Fannin this week, but I don't know who you have in your flex. I have a man crush on him.
Jaylen Warren.
Yep, cool.
Yep.
Definitely not play him over Jaylen Warren. Well, that gets us through our starts and flexes of the week. Let's get into our game blitz after this break.
If you've been enjoying Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast, we would love your support. Just head over to thronefantasyfootball.com/listen and hit the support button. It's a simple way to help keep the show going, and you'll also get some cool extras like our weekly fantasy football newsletter and subscriber-only content. Think of it as joining the inner circle of Throne Nation. So if you're down to ride with us all season long, go to thronefantasyfootball.com/listen and click the support button at the top of the page.
All right, now we're going into the most stressful segment of every week. I don't know why we keep doing this, but here we are. The game blitz.
So fun.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Still hasn't seen that movie. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Still hasn't seen that movie. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Thursday Night Football to lead us off. We talked a little bit about it already, so maybe we don't have to go too long, but we only have a minute anyways. I'll let you kick it off, Aaron.
Okay, so not talked about yet. Aaron Rodgers, if you need to play him, decent play in this game. The Bengals defense is not good. He doesn't move around a whole lot, so you should have a lot of quick passes. But I think based on that, you got a good game here for DK as well. I think he should eat against the Bengals. I don't really see any reason he shouldn't. We already told you about Warren. Kenneth Gainwell could be a flex play in this game just for the dump-offs and the carries he's going to get. Probably maybe even score a touchdown.
I do think this is a tight end stream kind of game. If you need a tight end stream, Jonnu or Noah Fant, I'm not mad at either one of that. I also did the part I did catch of the pod last week was the disrespect towards Joe Flacco, and I want you to put some respect on his name. Chase had 12 targets. T. Higgins had 8 targets. Fantasy wise, it's a good. He's going to be good for them going forward.
I don't know why I feel this way. I told you guys, but this could be a T. Higgins game. Prime time.
You know what?
Kind of have a feeling on this game.
I'm going to do it. T. Higgins, 2 touchdowns.
Wow, there it is. He got his 2 touchdown guy.
Speaking of putting some respect on some names, dude, you see what Drake London did this past week?
Lundy.
I have a great take.
Lundy.
I have a great take when we get to that, so we'll get there. Are you
gonna go to the next game?
Pause
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Buffer on that one?
You look so frozen there. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Drake London. Where's Drake London?
We are gonna go back international again. This time in Wembley Stadium, where they've had turf issues. It's the Los Angeles Rams at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Gabe, take it away.
Pop quiz. Do you know who leads the league in passing?
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah. And I think we definitely, I already said it a couple weeks ago, we definitely were sleeping on Matthew Stafford. I'm curious to see how it goes without Puka. Jordan Whittington and Tutu Atwell, those are the names to look at too, of possible stream options with all the receivers out and injured. It's going to be an interesting game. I'm hoping for one last good game. Thank God this is the last year, the London game. I can't wait to not wake up at 6:30 again anymore. But yeah, no, this is going to be an interesting game.
I don't know why I have this feeling, but I feel like this is just an ugly running back game for some reason. I feel like this is a Kyron game, an ETN game. I think they both look good in this one. Look out for Devontae Adams to have a little bit more pull in this one. So a good start if you need him. But I don't know. This game just feels like it has an ugly finish to me. And for some reason, I think the Jaguars win. Please, Brian Thomas Jr., please keep going. We need you.
I'll say no Brenton Strange on the IR. Does Travis Hunter show up? We'll see. We will see. When you asked Pop Quiz who leads the league in passing, we both knew it wasn't Trevor Lawrence, so it had to be the other guy.
Yeah. I should have hit you with something like crazy, like Caleb Williams.
New Orleans Saints at the Chicago Bears. Speaking of Caleb Williams, take us away, Aaron, 1 minute.
Well, Gabe already told you about Caleb. We mentioned Rome. I don't know if you're comfortable playing Luther Burden in this spot, but if for some, like all the receivers hurt, if you need a guy to fire, I mean, he's not a terrible play. For the Saints, Chris Olave every week, 10 targets, pretty much. Where's Juwan Johnson?
It's over.
I mean, it's like
you got Taysom Hill.
You got Taysom.
Man,
you got Taysom.
It's
Hill.
over.
As long as Alvin Kamara plays, he's kind of they've been taking it easy on him, but I really like him in this spot. I think this is a competitive back and forth game. I think Kamara does well as well.
Incoming Gabe take.
Okay.
Kamara's getting traded to the Broncos by the trade deadline. Now listen, I think this is going to be a fantasy point workshop. I think this is going to be. I think both teams might score in the 30s in this game. The Bears defense is not great either. They played well against Washington, but I think Rattler's actually a sneaky play here. Kamara, Kendra. If Kamara doesn't go, Kendre Miller's definitely a start. And then, like you said, Olave, and I think Rashid Shaheed could get a big one.
I like Rashid.
Yep.
I would love to see Rashid moved. Speaking of people getting traded,
that's a guy to throw in
else.
there. Same thing. Need a big play.
Yep.
Take a shot at it.
The rumor mill is crazy right now. I love it.
Miami Dolphins at the Cleveland Browns. We talked a little bit about it because of Harold Fannin. Let's have. I don't know who started the last one.
It's Gabe's turn.
Gabe, kick us off in Cleveland. Go Dogs.
So Judkins is an absolute must start. I think he's going to be a top 10 running back. The Dolphins cannot stop a nosebleed. It is ugly down there. Judkins is my only. Judkins and Fannin, my only real plays. Jerry Jeudy actually had a good game last week. Finally showed up.
Turn up Jerry Jeudy.
Took him 6 weeks, but he finally showed up. So that's an option for you as well. I'm hearing rumors of possible Jalen Waddle movement. So I would be kind of surprised if they did trade him because he is a young player still. But I've heard possible rumors of him being moved. And A-Chain.
Just because they're out of it, right?
Just a gross game.
Yeah.
It really is. You can fire Waddle. Waddle should play, get good targets. If you're in a return yardage league, Malik Washington has sneaky point. He's pretty much putting up 10 points a game if you count return yards. If you don't, just leave him alone entirely. It's kind of all I have for this game. There's really not a whole lot of fantasy
Darren
points
Waller?
to be scored.
Darren Waller?
I mean,
yeah,
because I mean he can catch a touchdown.
Yep. Yeah, ugly game for sure. I had something I wanted to say and I can't remember. New England Patriots at the Tennessee Titans. Do we get the interim coach uptick with the Titans?
My man Drake May is going off this year. Startable everywhere in this game. Tennessee's defense is a little better than you'd expect for how bad their record is, but Drake May is on fire right now. I'm sitting Travion Henderson for the foreseeable future. We keep saying we want it to happen. They don't want it to happen. So I'm sorry, but he's sitting for me. Stephon Diggs, can we play Booty? Potentially for a big play this week. Same kind of receiver.
Yeah, he's a spot start for me. It's not a bad spot to start him in. But I'm going to have another Gabe take. 100-yard rushing from a New England Patriots running back.
Travion?
Ramondre Stevenson.
No.
I think Ramondre goes for 100.
They love Ramondre.
Can't do it.
Doesn't matter how many times he fumbles.
Tennessee's
Can't
giving
do
up
it.
the third most fantasy points to running backs. I think Ramondre has a good game. Genty had a pretty good, solid game on Sunday.
Correct.
On the Tennessee side, other than probably having to play Pollard, I don't know that you're playing anybody else.
I don't even know if you have to play Pollard anymore. Tajay took over. It seemed like a lot of that game.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll see.
Pollard was just running into the front every
wall.
time because the Raiders were just daring them to throw.
I think I saw a stat, and again, I'm not looking this up, but I think Ramondre Stevenson in the last 3 games is averaging 1.8 yards per carry. So if this is a get right spot, then this is it, I guess, if he needs one. How about the Las Vegas Raiders at the Kansas City Chiefs? Boy, blowout central, huh? Incoming?
Possibly. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, the Raiders always play the Chiefs kind of tough. This is another fascinating game. I think Genty is a must start at this point. Jacoby Myers, another guy that's being rumor milled of traded.
He didn't practice.
Yeah, I think he's out the door. No Brock Bowers again. So Genty's really the only must start on my side for the Raiders. And then the Chiefs, Rashee Rice, of course. Travis Kelce, I do like that. He's coming back to life. He's not quite what he was, but he's actually a viable tight end.
I feel like he needed Xavier Worthy to open things up for him.
Pacheco's looking better, but he's still lacking that touchdown.
Mike Ford with a violent head shake on Pacheco.
Oh, I'm with you, Mike Ford. I'm with you.
Pacheco and Kareem Hunt are both guys that if you had to start, you can, but you're not going to feel good about it. And they could randomly score you 2 touchdowns out of nowhere. You're going to play Rice, as Kelce, Worthy, just as Gabe said. I think the other Chiefs receivers at this point you cannot rely on anymore in any case. I think those are the only 3.
I would say maybe Hollywood.
I would say does Rice.
Yeah, maybe, but that's Rashee Rice.
We have to see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rice does definitely supplant Hollywood Brown.
Real quick, Geno Smith is out. His quarterback play is awful this year.
This is the Geno of the Jets.
This is bad.
It's that offensive line, man. That offensive line is terrible.
It is very
terrible. Gino doesn't make it any better, I'll tell you that. But
don't feel Al's head anymore.
Listen, Ashton has looked better. It's kind of cool to see. Philadelphia Eagles at the Minnesota Vikings. Jordan Mason 2-touchdown game. Aaron, kick us off.
Ooh, this is an interesting one for me. I almost think the Vikings have a shot at winning this game. Eagles going into Minnesota. But you're playing your Eagles. You have to. You're playing Jalen Hurts. You're playing Saquon. I really, really don't like it, but you're playing A.J. Brown. You're not going to feel good about it. But where you drafted him, you got to play him.
You playing Devonta and Goddard as well?
The Vikings defense is good, man. They are a solid football team. But the way they've been playing, I think you're playing your Eagles until they show you that you just can't. Like, you got to play Goddard. Him and Jalen have been hooking up so well. On the Vikings side, I think you're sitting the quarterback no matter who it is at this point, just because the unknown. You're playing Mason. You're playing Jettis.
Addison?
Well, let's see what Gabe thinks.
I mean, with the week, like I said, with everything going on, yeah, I'm not mad at playing Addison.
Hawkinson? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Hit your notes.
No. Real quick, the Vikings just have given up the least amount of points to wide receivers. So, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith.
The spread is only 1.5, Philadelphia. -1.5.
It's one of those, I don't have a handle on it.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to sit back and watch.
It's 2 well-rounded teams.
I do think Wentz starts.
Yeah, I could see that.
That would make more sense.
Carolina Panthers at the New York Jets, another 1.5 point spread in favor of Carolina. Kicking it off with
Gabe.
So I actually shout out to one of my boys I play Call of Duty with. Last night I said, "What do you guys want to hear on the podcast?" And he said, "What about Rico Dowdle?" I said, "Okay, we can give a shout out to Rico Dowdle." I wanted to ask
about that. Good.
I'm gonna say going forward, I think we have a new D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart pairing. I think you're gonna see a 50-50 split. Now Chuba missed a couple games, so he has some catching up to do. I wouldn't be shocked if both had 1,000 yards at the end of the year, though. Chuba is still a solid player, and they gave him a contract extension. They're not going to just phase him out. Tetaroa has been coming on as of late. Panthers 3-3. They're coming up, and this is the Panthers team that I kind of expected this year. So this is it. And then the Jets, just no Garrett Wilson. Breece Hall, I think he's out the door too. Do you see his tweet? Free 20. He tweeted that.
Oh, really?
So,
wow.
Yeah, he said, if you don't want me, just free, or something like that. So, and then say free 20 at the end.
All right,
How they don't
really
just
quick.
give Breece Hall 30 carries a game is beyond me. Like, the guy, all he does is move the ball.
They don't like him.
They need to give him the ball more. Just real quick, Jalen Coker back for the Panthers, hopefully this week, and Bryce Young's kind of looking a little bit better.
Also, real quick, Mason Taylor, a great tight end stream. Panthers giving up the second most points to tight ends.
The Panthers are 3-3. Their 3 wins are at home. Their 3 losses on the road: 26-10, 27-22, and 42-13. This is on the road.
Calling an upset?
New York. What's a 1.5?
It's a 1.5 spread.
Yeah.
If the Jets just turn around and give Breece Hall the ball, they'll win the game.
Yeah, it's just a 1.5 in favor of Carolina. So
They played well against the Cowboys last week, Ryan. Javonte didn't have a good game. but
Everybody
we'll see.
plays well against the Cowboys.
I'm just not sure.
No, the defense. The defense.
I'm just not sure the Panthers know how to win on the road. New York Giants at the Denver Broncos. The Fighting Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterbows. These guys are crazy. Kick us off. We'll let you take it with the Broncos polo on.
It's an interesting game. Broncos defense is tough. I'm really interested to see how Jackson does. They do a pretty good job of shell pass rush somehow. They still get there, but they really don't let the quarterback run very much. That said, the Broncos are most susceptible to running backs and tight ends. Always have been the way that they play defense because of how much they blitz. So I like Scatteraboo in this game. I kind of like Theo Johnson in this game. I dislike every receiver. And on the Broncos side, they got to get the offense going. They need to pick up the pace. If they let that happen, I think Bo, Cortland, Ingram, and Dobbins are all startable.
Okay.
I'm going to call a Troy Franklin 50-plus receiving yard touchdown. I think
like
he gets
your shot.
one. I think he gets one this week. I think the Giants, going forward, you can rely on Scatteraboo. And then they have a bright future, but you just came off of that great win against the Eagles. I do think this is kind of a letdown game. I do think the Broncos run away with it, especially the Broncos didn't look great last week against the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be a bounce back for them and a letdown for the Giants.
Broncos at home, I like to take, but I think it's Mims, not Franklin.
Mims versus Franklin.
This
Let's
is
do
why
it.
I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why. Indianapolis at the Los Angeles Superchargers, debuting their gold rush uniforms. Those are pretty sweet looking.
Yeah.
All right. Colts at Chargers. Okay.
This is I would say the game of the week, but maybe not. But no, this is actually an interesting game. Is Indianapolis just everyone's favorite team right now? Everyone's in love with Daniel Jones, and Jonathan Taylor's obviously coming along. Tyler Warren, Michael Pittman. I think we have to realize the Colts are for real.
Yes, they are.
So they definitely look like they're winning the division. But I'm curious on the Chargers side. I want to see if Quentin Johnston comes back, because the Colts do give up quite a bit of points to the wide receivers, 5th most allowed so far this year. And that could be part of because they're up a lot. And it might not be because they have a bad defense. It's just they're always up, and Kenny Moore's been injured. So I'm curious to see how the Chargers bounce back. This is in L.A., so Justin Herbert, let's see. And then Kamani Vidal looked great last week.
Kamani Vidal, much tougher opponent against the Colts. Colts have a very good defense.
Yes.
So I'm interested to see how he does. Ladd came about last week.
We finally had a lad.
Yep, and Gadsden, their tight end for
Yeah.
Chargers, coming out. I picked him up in a couple
I
places.
saw you pick them up at
And
some places.
Justin Herbert's starting to rely on him. This is my favorite game of the week. I think this is a field goal at the end to win it.
It'll be a fun game to watch for sure. Keenan Allen's not been as good the last couple weeks. Played less than 60% of the snaps in both those weeks. Even without Quentin Johnston last week, I think Johnston was limited in practice on Wednesday. So probably expect to see him out there this time. I don't know what that does to Ladd. Washington at the Cowboys. Gabe, we'll let you kick it off because it's your team.
Start your boy Wild Bill. Start McNichols. Start the Water Boy. Start the trainer. Anybody against the Cowboys running back wise, start them. I think Terry McLaurin comes back. This is actually a good news for Washington. Jaden Daniels, he looks okay still, but there's just something missing still with this Washington offense. So I'm curious if maybe Terry McLaurin comes back and they kind of get back on going, especially playing against the Cowboys defense. CeeDee Lamb comes back this week. So this is actually going to be an interesting game. Another shootout, another game where I think both teams score in the 30s possibly. So this is going to be an entertaining, fun game to watch in the afternoon, and I'll just sit back and try to enjoy my Cowboys.
I agree. It's going to be a good game. You got to play Ferguson, killing it. Javonte is out there, RB1 this year. Love Javonte.
Yep.
And a guy that we're not giving enough respect to this year, Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is playing his old ass off this year. He's looking good.
He's awesome.
He had a goose
Jalen
egg.
loves him.
I think he had a goose egg 2 or 3 weeks ago, and people freaked out and dropped him. Mistake.
Yeah, he's been
time.
playing well.
Mistake. All right, so now it's just 2 of us. A couple warm guys, as our pod used to be kind of not officially called.
Going back to the old days.
Going back to the
original.
old days. We were sitting on against a wall up in my loft.
Yeah. Aaron had some family duties. We understand. Gotta
Yep.
go.
Dad duties for Aaron. Got to handle some field trip
On a time
issues.
restraint. Yeah, no, it sounds like a great. He said apple cider donuts. That sounds incredible. I want
Sounds
to try
delicious.
it. Right?
Dude. Any donut. Oh,
Maybe he'll bring some back for
Real
us.
quick, Mike Ford, what's your favorite donut?
favorite donut? This is a little controversial. I like an old fashioned donut. Like
I'm not mad.
nothing on
Really?
it whatsoever.
glaze.
Not
I'm
even
not-
a glaze. No, I want
Oh.
like just the basic, like the dough.
Do you dip it in the milk or
When I drank coffee, I did.
I'm not
Okay.
mad at
Yes.
it. I'm
So
the old-fashioned
I'm
donut?
a
Yes.
cinnamon roll kind of guy
Okay.
or a chocolate bar.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, I think Aaron's a maple bar. You think he's a
Yeah, he
maple or
likes
chocolate?
maple
He's
bar.
one of those.
Maple
yeah.
bar's top 5 for sure.
I'm apple fritter.
Okay.
I don't.
Is
love
that a
an apple
donut?
fritter. It is.
Okay.
I mean, I categorize it as
Okay.
a donut. That's fine.
Good.
They sell it at Winchell's, so
All right. Yeah. It counts. All right. Back to the game list. We have 4 games left.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay Packers at the Arizona Cardinals. I believe Kyler Murray is missing again, but I cannot be 100% certain. I'll look that up as you talk about it.
I was gonna say I want to say he was limited, but I do love this game for Trey McBride. The Packers actually give up the 4th most points to tight ends. Everything else they're just kind of middle of the road, so it's not bad. I'm curious to see if Marvin Harrison plays, and then Bam Knight. What a shocking surprise! Like Sunday, we got the report. Bam Knight actually probably going to play ahead of Michael Carter. It's very curious. I do have Bam. I went out right away and picked up Bam Knight. I know we had the controversy where you tried to pick him up, but and I got him like 10 seconds probably before you did. So yeah, no, this is an interesting offense for them. And then I think this is the time of year where Josh Jacobs is about to get going. Josh Jacobs, I believe, will finish around top 5. He might be 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there. But Josh Jacobs looked great last week, of course, playing the Bengals, but playing the Cardinals again. So I do think Josh Jacobs has a strong finish the rest of the year.
Man, he went off last week, Josh Jacobs.
Yep.
I think he like you said, this is the time of year where he starts coming into form, and he's going to do that. Matthew Golden slowly working his way up that depth chart in Green Bay, getting more and more opportunities. I think he's led the team in receiving, I believe, yardage-wise, 2 weeks in a row now.
It sounds like Christian Watson should be back soon too.
Mm-hmm. Which could hurt Golden, but we'll see. I think start all your Packers. Kraft, Love, Jacobs, Golden, I would say.
Yeah, the wide receivers would be my only question.
Yeah.
If you have better options, obviously. But if you, I mean, again, with so many injuries and buys, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, but I also don't consider Romeo or Wicks starting guys every week.
Their spot starts.
All right, Atlanta Falcons at the San Francisco 49ers. Who are we waiting to talk about for the Falcons game? Drake London. That's right. Go ahead, Gabe.
So I did find out what the kind of receiver Drake London is. So the Buffalo Bills is a very heavy zone team.
Yeah.
In the first half, he went off. They went into halftime. They make the adjustment. They played man in the second half, and Drake London kind of got shut down.
He
So
had 1 catch in the second half.
I will say that. Now, I will say, I just never saw it yet from Drake London. If Drake London's playing against a zone defense, I think he's a really good receiver. This is why I always said he's a number 2 in my eyes. He doesn't play well against man. I wish I had those numbers. Like I'm going to get them, where he plays versus man coverage versus zone coverage, and what his receptions are and what his target rate is and all that good stuff. That's what I noticed from this game. But he had a great game. I will not sit here and say he's still he's a number 2 for me. But this is what Drake London does. He has his great games, and then he kind of disappears. So I want him to keep it going.
I hope he does. I mean, I don't know if the Niners run a lot of zone or man or whatever, but I did see last week where I think they play like a zone cover 3, and Drake London is the most efficient receiver against that coverage in his career.
Yeah, he kills his own defense. So if you have Drake London going against his own defense, he's going to have a good game.
Boy, we didn't mention anyone else. Bajan fire up.
Oh, Bashan's so amazing.
Yep, he's unbelievable. Algier.
Bajan should have been number 1 pick, hands down.
That's
Hands down.
That's kind of how I felt.
Algier's you stash him on your bench, but I hopefully you're not starting him. I started him last week in the league because I had to.
Kyle Pitts.
I'm done. I can't. I was done like 2 years ago, but
Inconsistent.
I'm done.
Other side of the ball, real quick. Kittle, if he's back, you firing him up?
Love Kittle. I think Kittle could have been tight end 1 if he didn't get hurt. So I do love me some Kittle. I did trade him in 1 league, but I have him in Yahoo still.
Obviously, CMC, you're going to play Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne has a connection with Mac Jones. Now, if Brock Purdy plays, I wouldn't be mad if you sat Kendrick Bourne.
Okay.
But if Mac Jones plays, I think you start Kendrick Bourne.
Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Detroit Football Lions.
What
Go
if
ahead, Gabe.
this is the game of the week? This is why I was like, I won't call whatever game I was talking about the game of the week. But this is it right here. Tampa Bay and Detroit. Talk about fireworks going to go off. I already talked about Detroit's secondary beat up. Tampa Bay, their defense is solid, but that Detroit offense is also very good. Detroit kind of had a stinker last week against the Chiefs. Just a lot of mistakes. So I do think they come back and they have a solid game. I'm leaning towards the Lions side, but Amon-Ra, obviously amazing.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery. Jameson Williams is probably one of my bigger headaches this year. It's kind of hard. It's like, do I start him or do I not? And luckily, I don't have him in any leagues, but he's one of those guys that's kind of iffy.
The week you finally decide to sit him, he goes nuts, which he did last week, which is so frustrating. He's a headache to own, and that's why I don't think I have him anywhere.
Yep.
Buccaneers side, we talked about them pretty heavily. No Bucky Irving again this week.
Yep.
So Rashad White, fire him up.
Oh, yeah. He's been playing awesome.
Baker Mayfield's unbelievable. Cade Otton, if you need a tight end streamer.
Cade Otton's definitely a tight end streamer for sure, especially with the receivers missing.
If you do DFS, not a bad tight end to slot in, probably at a pretty good price.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Build your roster around that low price tight end.
I love that. Houston
Texans at the Seattle Seahawks. Game 2 of another doubleheader on Monday night. At least these are not overlapping. One starts at 4, one starts at 7 Pacific.
Which, being on the West Coast, I prefer that because,
for sure.
7 to 10, that's not a big deal.
We're up anyway.
I was like, I'll be up anyway.
What else are we doing? Laundry?
on a Monday night, maybe getting ready for work the night, but I'll lose an hour. It's fine. This is an interesting one because Seattle has a very good defense. And so Nico Collins, to me, I'm not fading him because you have to start Nico, but I would not expect big things out of Nico in this Houston offense. I can see a Seattle blowout. And number one receiver after last week's performance, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Unbelievable.
The guy is the real deal. I remember the episode
crazy.
We talked about our favorite picks, and I fell in love with JSN around that time, and I was like, I want him in every single league. So definitely love me some JSN. Kenneth Walker I think I'm off the bandwagon.
Another headache guy.
I'm done. I'm done with him. And Sam Darnold's actually a nice streaming option. Maybe not this week against Houston because they're the best against quarterbacks, but I do think Seattle has a good game this week.
Interesting. They're the best against quarterbacks. I have Sam Darnold in my league where I'm 5. One of my leagues where I'm 5-1, but I also have Jackson Dart. Do I play Jackson Dart over Sam Darnold?
No, but the alarm's going because of Sam Darnold. You hear that? The car alarm's like, oh my God, Sam Darnold. We're talking about Sam Darnold. That's how good he is. He sets off car alarms, and he is the real deal. He sets off the sirens.
It was my car alarm.
Yeah, your car knew.
Unreal.
It just knew. It was like,
real.
We're going to talk about Sam Darnold.
Is someone breaking into my car?
I hope so. That would be great. Just transition the cameras to your car.
Oh, man.
An episode of Cops all of a sudden. Chasing this dude down.
Our first viral moment.
I would not be chasing anyone. I would have to send you guys to chase down the potential burglarer.
Sorry, you lost your car, buddy.
Yeah. We are going into week 7. I mean, the fact that we're a third of the way through the football season already is kind of wild.
After this week, it's halfway for the regular season.
Yeah, for the fantasy, yeah. And so this is the week, I think, where if you're 2-4 and you become 2-5, you got to try to do something. You got to try to make some moves. Maybe next week we'll talk about trades because it's 5. Well, it depends on what league you're in. 4 or 5 weeks ahead of your trade deadline.
Yeah.
Also 4 or 5 weeks ahead of the NFL trade deadline. Mm-hmm. So maybe we talk about that a little bit next week. If you're needing to make some moves, maybe we find some good trades that we think are fair on both sides that could be made in your league.
Talking to so many fantasy managers, it is the fear of letting a good player go. Sometimes to get a good player, you have to let one go.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. I traded away Nico Collins and George Kittle to get Puka Nacua.
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret it 1 second maybe till this past week. But you have
Can't
to give up
injuries.
You have to go with your team. Like, what do you need? What do you have? Do you need a running back? Do you need a wide receiver? Do you have an ultimate team? Like, you're 6-0, and then maybe you have Justin Fields starting. I'm calling out one guy in my league because he has Justin Fields starting. He's 6-0, but I have Lamar kind of dangling over his head a little bit. But no, you got to make a trade if you're trying to win. It doesn't always don't roll with your team because it changes week to week.
Mm-hmm.
All my teams with Puka now, a little iffy at that moment. Luckily, long term, it'll be okay. But don't be afraid to make trades.
Let me ask you this question.
I just got offered a trade.
Do you trade
Puka for Amon?
Oh.
I mean, it's fair. I just I can't do it.
You love Puka. No, I mean, you just got the Funko Pop. Can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Trade it in?
Yeah.
Can't
do it.
Straight up.
Wow. I mean, it's not terrible.
No.
But you don't have an Amon Ra Funko Pop. You have a Puka Funko Pop.
He's definitely offered me some fair trades. I just can't do it.
Yeah. He really wants Puka, huh?
Yeah.
Do you trade CeeDee Lamb for Quinshon Judkins?
No.
Okay, thank you.
CeeDee Lamb's elite.
Do you trade CeeDee Lamb or Drake London for CMC?
if you got wide receivers and you need a running back, I'm not mad at it.
Huh.
I would.
Really?
I absolutely would. Oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You got one brewing in CBS?
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Both of those that I just mentioned.
He wants both of them, or he wants
No.
one?
What was the
One
CD
of-
one?
CD for Quinshon Judkins was an abrupt no,
Absolutely not.
which I agree.
Right.
And then CD Lamb or Drake London for CMC.
Mm.
I think if I give Drake, I would have to also give like a tight end, which I have 4 of in that
Just
league,
fine.
like an idiot.
You can tight end. That's why I gave up Kittle, because literally after when he comes back, he might be the only solid tight end right now. Like, you're disappointed in Trey McBride. I mean, not disappointed. Trey McBride has been okay, but he hasn't been quite what you expect.
Right.
Wait, that draft spot that you took him in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Right.
And Brock Bowers has been a disappointment. So that's why I said stream tight ends like you do defenses. I'm okay with it.
Harold Fannin Jr., Mason Taylor, Kyle Pitts, AJ Barner. Drop one.
Drop one. Harold Fannin. I'm sorry. AJ Barner.
Kyle Pitts.
And
Mason Taylor. No Garrett Wilson.
man, as crazy as it sounds, I'm off the Pitts bandwagon.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. I'd drop Pitts.
At least the
As
others.
tough as that's. I mean,
The others have potential. Like,
Wow.
I do like AJ Barner going forward. Like, next year, I think AJ Barner is going to be a monster.
Those are the 4
Well,
tight ends
maybe
that
not
I
monster.
own.
Yeah, I would be okay.
somebody would
letting
take Pitts
go.
though. Somebody would take Pitts.
I'm going to try.
Yeah, you should.
He's the second. I mean, the
As-
3rd target in Atlanta right now.
I'm 2-4, and as we were saying, trade-wise, I'm 2-4. I got to make a move.
If he would do Drake and Pitts for CMC, I would pull the trigger on
Would you
that.
trade Ladd now that he had a good game?
If you could, but I like Ladd.
I think.
Yeah, but what if you need a running back?
Yeah, if you can. That's what's crazy, too. The running backs, a wide receiver for running back straight up seems a little hard to do this year.
Mhm.
There's not enough
I
depth
gotta
on the
add.
running back
Like
side.
people are gonna want more. Like I put that and they're like, well, throw me a tight end or a quarterback. Like, whoa, bro. Like,
Right.
sheesh.
It just depends how your team's set up. If wide receivers are easier to fill and stream than a running back, so if you really need that running back, I'm okay with it. But if you don't have receivers like that either, then I would kind of hang on to Ladd, depending on what the trade is.
So if you have Pacheco that you're like, man, this guy's gonna be pretty good, and then you're like, now I got bye weeks coming up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I would definitely try to get rid of Pacheco. I've been trying.
I don't think anybody's gonna take Pacheco.
I've been trying to sell. I'm like, hey guys, he's looking better, which he is. It's just still not enough.
Nobody likes him anymore.
Yeah, so it's tough, but it all is just a call on your team and your record and what you want to do. Like I'll say this: if I was 2-4 and my team wasn't looking the greatest, I would just be looking for guys I would want to root for and who are good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong; I'm not just going to give away guys,
Right.
but I'm going to be competitive, and I think I'm going to go down with my guys.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of crazy, though, is I love Drake London.
I know you do.
I was super duper high on CD Lamb this year. I thought he was going to be the number 1 wide receiver overall, and I think he still has a good shot of finishing top 5 even after missing these weeks
Yeah,
because of the way the Cowboys are playing in Dak.
right.
So it's just tough for me to let go of those guys.
I get
but
it.
You can't get too attached if you want to actually make a playoff run.
I hate to tell you this, but you're not married to those guys. They're going to be gone off your team after week 17.
Right.
So
Right, correct.
and then
It's not like it's a dynasty league.
next year you might not end up with those guys.
Right.
So
Yep.
The only thing I'm worried about with CeeDee Lamb coming back is George Pickens looks really good.
I think it's going to be amazing for them,
Really,
for both of them.
really good.
I'm
Like
excited.
I just hope Cowboys get the ball with the last minute left, dude. So we just go in
for
and kick a
real.
70-yard field goal and get out of there, dude.
For real.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun game.
Get the Cowboys some more dubs coming from a Niner fan. Going into week 7 of the NFL season, it's going to be a good one.
Yeah. I'm
Until
excited.
next time.
Until next time.
Peace.
Dominate your league. Defend your crown with Hosal King.
Because I love me.
Gabe Hernandez
Here's a guy that is starting to figure the game out.
and Ray Fletcher.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
They bring the heat, rankings, trades, and game-winning calls to rule your league. This is Watch the Throne Fantasy Football Podcast.